Hello guys and welcome back to one more session of Power BI. Today we are going to discuss about getting rid of weekend from our date difference calculation, but using something much more simpler. Now we have already seen a video on excluding the weekend, but that was using a dimension table. Today we'll see much easier approach, a recently introduced uh, DAX function that's called network days. So what is network days? So this is quite a recent article if you see, and it basically returns the whole work days between two dates. As the function suggests, the syntax is very simple. Network days, you give your start and end date, and you mention what are the weekends. So you have a huge choice in here where you can actually mention what kind of weekend you want. Now, for example, if your client says that, hey, you know what, we don't have a Saturday and Sunday as a weekend, you can still continue with just that Sundays, right? So there's a code for every selection, and accordingly you can select your weekend. So it means if you select 11 in the weekend, it simply will exclude all the Sundays from the date difference while it is calculating the date difference. There's also an option called holidays, and if you have list of public holidays in your data and you want to bring it up in your data, bring it up in your date difference. So you can actually create a separate data set, store all those holidays, public holidays, and simply park it here. And you can bring that table here. So that's network days. Let's see how it actually work in real time. So let me just create a new column here. We are actually going to take a difference of our date and the most recent purchases. So start date being our date joined and end date is the most recent purchase. So we're going to create a new column. Let me name that column day difference excluding weekends, and we're going to perform the network days. Let's give the start date as date joined and date will be the most recent purchase. Now you may be wondering, no, I have not mentioned the weekend, right? So if you don't mention anything, it takes it as default without any date. So let's say, I pick a date. Let's pick a random date, okay? Let's pick a random starting date from somewhere in 2011. Let's pick 8th of October. Now, if you look into this date, we got 10 days, right? So let's travel back in time. Let's go to 2011, okay? October. And if you look into the date between 8 October and 21st October, 8th already the starting point is a Saturday. So we anyways exclude these two while we're counting the number of days. And let's start with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 and 16 is again a weekend. We don't count it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's exactly that you get 10 days. Now imagine if only Sundays are weekends and we consider Saturday as a working day. So we just use the code 11. Okay, you'll get 12 days, and that's obviously the two Saturdays being added to the bucket, and that makes it 12 days. Right. Now, if you want, you can also keep it just one in here and it says 10 days. So if you don't place one, that's default understood that, we are excluding the weekend. So any which way. Now, let's also create some list of holidays. Imagine from my calculation, I want to say, hey, 21st, the Friday, October was a holiday. was a public holiday. So let's assume that 21st October was a public holiday. So let's create a quick data set. So you know how to enter data. I've seen this previously in our sessions with me to create data on the dimension tables. So we're going to use that approach and we're going to say holiday dates. Okay, let's keep this column name as list of holidays. And I'm going to say 21st of October. Okay, so we in India follow DDMMYYY format. So we're going to use that format 22, sorry, it's 21, 10, 2011, right? Let me name this data table as list of holidays. Let's load it. Perfect. We have the table now. And of course, to proceed further, you'll have to manually put the default view, default one, which is excluding Saturday and Sunday as holiday. And we are going to put our list of holiday table. That's it. You don't even have to specify that date field. Hit enter, and you'll see now it's been 9 days, right? That's because 21st being considered as holiday. And that's the network days. I hope you enjoyed this session. It's a much easier version of what we have learned from what we learned previously using the dimension table. So use this approach to create your date difference, excluding weekends, excluding list of holidays. Thank you so much for being with us. And if you enjoy learning what we share, do like and subscribe us. Thank you.